Okay. Today we'll discuss about like how to write test cases by analyzing one user story. Okay. User story, like, can we like what is in by user story? User story means like whatever the requirement we have for that requirement. If it is a big requirement, we will differentiate the stories to multiple. Uh, we can say multiple parts, like multiple sub stories, or if it is small requirement, they will create one user story. Okay. Now, as an example, we can go and test the like just 1 second. Like we can say the requirement we have currently. For example, I can say I have the requirement as, if I take an example of add to cat functionality. Okay, add to cat functionality. That means add to cat means like how we need to get this button means like we can say we need to launch any e-commerce website or any, we can say, seller's website, search one product, there we can able to see add to cart. Now the requirement is when the add to cart will be displayed, and when user clicking this add to cart, what was the action happening. Once the action happened, what are the things user can able to see from the front end as a user's perspective, and what are the information we have. For example, as we can take here, here we can see number of details. We can say once user click this add cart, first option we can see verify the success message. Which success message? When user click that add to cart button, item has been successfully added to cart. That message will display from the system. Now, once it is displayed, like we need to identify the few more details. What are the few more details? Okay, the few more like few more details. We can say product information should be displayed. Product information means whatever the product you added, the product name, the product information, we can say what were the specifications, what was the price, what was the quantity, everything will be displayed under
Description,
cat.
description also it will come down. Product description.
Everything we can say product name, specifications we can say description, everything including everything it will come there. Okay,
Okay.
once it is came into here, the third one, like what are the options available. Like for example, we can say some places, some applications, when you click add to cart, only pop up, like we can say success message will display. Some applications we can see one pop up. Pop up means we can say like item has been added, There, if you want to add few more items or go to cat, we can say, for example, go to cat button. Go to cat button means when user clicking this add to cat, one pop-up will display. In that, user can able to the success message like item has been added to cart. In that, below that one, we can see user can able to see some information like product information. Under that, the quantity number will be displayed. And below, we have two buttons. One button will be, we can say, like go to cat, or we can say add few more items. Like we can verify that one. One more button will be add few more items. Now fifth one, like once it is done, like we can say if user don't want to click at add few more buttons or go to cat, one close button should be displayed on the top right corner. Close button should be displayed. These are the requirement where the BA people, that is business analyst or product owner, will create one user story with all this information. Okay, they will write in single line word and they will attach a wireframe. Wireframe means we can say one UI. UI means how the product, how the pop-up will display, or how user can able to see the information. That means just analysis, assume, like we can say assumption. Assumption means, oh, okay, like the application, the implementation will be like this. We need to implement this one. Once the, like we can say, UI design team, wireframe design team will create that one, then it will go to client. Client will approve that one. After approving this one, we'll start working on that user story. Once user story like ready to implement, then like one side development will start working on it, and one side testing team will preparing the test cases, will analyze the story, and what are the requirements we have, is there any requirement gap, everything will analyze by testing team. Now both the sides will go there. Now whenever user story came into picture, we need to thoroughly go to that user story. That means whatever the points they mention, we need to create first scenarios. Scenarios means like what is should be done. For example, when user click this add to cart, what will happen? When user click go to items, what will happen? When user add more items, what will happen? These things we need to analyze before implementation came into testing team. Okay, before like every user cannot complete the test cases while analyzing with 100%. Now once the application ready, before application ready, we can create 60 to 70% of story, yeah, like test cases we can say. Once the require like development has been completed and testing, it came to testing team, then we'll analyze more and we'll update the existing test cases if needed, more test cases, and we will add from once we are getting the like exact application or requirement. Okay, now we can take an example of Canon website what we used in the previous class. Okay, this was a website I already opened here. Now here we have a cart functionality. Now we need to search one product. There what they will say, this was the application, search one product. After search, click at add to cart item. After click at add item, whatever the things are available, you need to maintain the like, create the test cases for that. Now first I will go with mobile. When I go with mobile, there are options is coming. I am clicking at review and clicking at search button. Now I am able to see few of the items here. Now instead of this one, what I will do, I will go back, clicking at Android. Now I can able to see link preview, but I need cat2 one, right? Now I have a record with cat2. Now there are two buttons is displaying actually. Two buttons, like we can say one product has live preview, one product has add to cat. Now we need to select the add to cat item. Okay. Now I need to click at add to cart. Now we like as per the requirement, what we need to verify, once user click this add to cart, the pop-up we need to verify. Under that pop-up, what are the information we are able to see. Okay. Now, when I'm not able to move this one, like see, first we'll go as a category wise. Okay. The first one, what we need to verify, alert message. That is success message. What was the message they are displaying here? Item added to your cart. That is one scenario. Second scenario, the image we are displaying, right? The product image. The product image should be same as this one. But here we are able to see different icon, and when I click at add to cart, there we are able to see different one. Okay, maybe they implemented like it is short one and this is big one. Then for that reason they removed this space shooter and they added this image. Okay, we
Only
don't
this
want to.
one.
Yeah.
Sorry for this.
Mm.
Only this application only coming like this or all?
Any application, because it depends on the client requirement. Okay, in this application when user clicking this add to, one pop-up is displaying. When you go to Flipkart, there may be different, right? There I think we won't see any pop-up there. When you click this
No,
one, automatically it will say the
it
item
will
has
go.
been added to cart,
Yes, correct.
right? But here they are displaying on pop-up. As per this application, we have the requirement. Now we will analyze this requirement and will prepare the test cases as per that. Okay.
Okay.
Now the first thing what we need to do, one pass tick mark should be displayed, and the second scenario, the text message should be item added to your cart. And the third one we can say the image, that is product image, should be displayed. And fourth one, we can say product name should be displayed. This was a product name. Okay. And who was the seller, who is the seller? OB Games. Okay. And the price, whatever the price, we are able to see $18. Here also the same number should be displayed. And the license, what was the license here? Okay, if I go here, there we can able to see any license details here. Maybe inside this we can able to see license. For example, if I click here, any information here, see, we can see the buy OB Games, that is also displaying here. Maybe we don't have any license information here. Yeah, see, we are able to see the license here. Extended license or regular license. Now by default value is regular license. For that reason, here it is displaying as regular license. Getting my point? Regular, right? Now change details. Details means when user clicking the change details, here we can able to see this regular and extended. If it is extended, then the value should be changed and the amount also should be changed as per the license. Extended license means what we can say, normally they will give the 1 year license, right? Any product. Now extended means maybe they are giving extra for 2 to 3 years. For that reason they are increasing the price for $90. Okay. Now I will take as regular only. Okay. Now save selection. Once I select selection, see, now it is changed. Again I can go here, change the details, regular, extended, save selection. Now see, that means it is not applying here. Maybe we have a defect, or maybe we don't know like what consideration they are doing that. Okay, from the back end we are able to see extended only, but in the, yeah, see, now I am able to see that $90. Okay, and one more button we can see, keep browsing. Keep browsing means when I click keep browsing, this alert like pop-up will close and the screen will be in the same screen. If I click at go to checkout, okay, go to checkout, the screen will navigate to add to cat one. Getting, it's navigated to add to cat screen. See, the product quantity is 3, the quantity is 1, because we click multiple times add to cat, right? For that reason the count updated here. Now again we'll come back to the previous screen. If I click keep browsing, the screen will be in the same screen. Now Before writing the test cases, we just want to identify how we can write the test cases, what was the best approach we can write the test cases. Because see, normally everyone will write the test cases. Test cases means we can say as per the requirement we need to write the test cases. Now what was the coverage? Okay, how you will analyze this? Well, like how you can give the confirmation like okay, I cover the 100% scenarios. Whatever the as per the requirement, I created 100% test cases. After you created, one person will review like your TL will be reviewed the test cases. If is there any comments, why the comments came into picture. Before writing the test cases, you need to analyze your test cases, right? Whether you written the proper test cases or not. For that reason, like we need to follow some guidelines actually. Guidelines means what? Like we can say, if you are doing anything, for example, you can say if you're traveling from one place to another place, if you don't know the route, now what you will do, you will ask Google, like we can say you will use the Google Maps there, whatever the guidance they are providing, you as per the guidance you will move forward. Am I right? The same thing here also. Any application, anything, we need to follow some guidelines actually. Even development team will use guidelines. Even everywhere actually in common life, everything will be some guidelines. We cannot go beyond that guidelines actually. Okay, if it is going that one, we are crossing the rule actually. Now coming to that one, we have some common guidelines while preparing the test cases. Now the first guideline we can say simple. Simple means while we are preparing the test cases, right? For example, now you are into that project and tomorrow you are not into that project. Then what will happen? Whatever the test cases you've written, the other person can easily understand the test cases. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Correct.
That means whatever the, for example, see if I created some test cases, okay, and you are newly joined into the project, what we will do, we'll give the test cases, okay, go through the test cases and explore the application. Whatever the test cases you've written, the test cases is not able to understand the other person, you have the rework also. And we can say you are not a good tester because whatever the cases you've written, it should be proper and meaningful, and it should be simple also. Simple means example we can say. Okay, as an example we can say here, we already saw that one, like for example, verify the success message. Okay, verify the success message, it is very clear, right? It is very clear. Very clear means what was the success message we are seeing. Now for the simple and test cases, for that how we can write the test cases. Okay, first we'll go the format of the test cases, and after that we will go one simple test case how we can write one. Okay, the format we can say each and every company, each and every person will use their own format. Okay, but so many companies will follow the simple format because while we are sharing that information to some other person, he can able to understand properly. Okay, now as a simple what we can do, I can create like 8 to 9 columns data. In that how we can see and how we can write the test cases by using that column information. Okay, the first column what I am doing here as a serial number. Serial number we know that one as a, it's a count we can say. The second column what we have, requirement ID. What is it, a requirement ID? Requirement ID means we have the add to cat, right? The add to
Product
cat
ID.
is a user story, right? It's a user
Mm.
story. User story means we have an ID. Whether you are using what type of platform, like we can say if you are using Jira platform, if you are using we can say Azure DevOps, if you are using Bugzilla, if you are using some other website, whatever the platform you are using, every platform, every task, one ID will be generated. That ID will be unique one. That means it won't repeat that value because whenever we are trying to get the information, for that we cannot able to like we can say uh, how I can say, we cannot a title, we can summary, we can say we cannot remember every time as a summary. If easy to like remember the ID, requirement ID. Now once the requirement ID done, now what was the next one? We can say scenario ID. Test scenario, test scenario ID. And what was the next one? Test case ID. Okay. Now what was the next one?
This one, how it will come? Test case.
Like see, this format will come, will provide by the company. Okay, the
Okay, okay,
project
okay,
manager, because we can say some companies, for example, if you are working with XYZ company, okay,
okay,
XYZ company, if they have any format, they will give the format to us, then we need to follow only that format. If XYZ company don't have any format, now to we only need to select one format and we can create the test cases and we'll give the test cases to client. Okay, now I can say here test case summary, and the next one, the test case summary is done. Now test data. Okay, test data is ready. Now once test is ready, now we can say steps to reproduce. Okay, steps to reproduce, and then what was the next one? Expected result. Once expected result, what was the actual result? Okay, after it actual result, we can say what was the release. If we need to test this one, what was the release or build number? Okay, what was the environment, whether it is staging or QA environment or UAT environment, and test result or any comments. Okay, this was a common format. Even some people won't use these things also. Release, environment, like this. They will follow only, we can say, test case summary, test data, steps to reproduce, expected result, actual result, what were the test results, if any comments are there. Getting my point?
yes,
I'm
yes,
just
I'm getting.
expanding. Okay. Now, coming back to here, when we are coming back to again this, the ways, first one will be simple. Okay, simple means we need to write the test cases very simple. For example, I can go with steps to reproduce. In the steps to reproduce, what I will do, first one we can say login into application. Okay, the second one we can say search one product. Okay, and click at add to
Card.
cart button. Now, fourth one, verify the success message. Okay, verify the success message. What was the expected result? What was the expected result here?
Login is success.
Like we don't want to consider login will be success something, because after logging only you can able to click at search button, right? Search one
Yes,
product,
yes, yes.
right or wrong? We need to
Yes.
consider the final point. Final point means in steps to reproduce, we need to consider the last value. Last value means we need to verify this value.
Verify the. So
Success
verify the
message. Verify the success message. What was the success message? Success message will be item added
added
to
to card.
cart. So what we can say here, success message should be, see, grammar will be different. One person will written in some grammar and another person will use some type of grammar. We don't want to think about the grammar. We need to verify the think and we need to concentrate only the requirement. Okay, now expected result, what it will be, success message should be,
Popular.
right,
Yes.
item added to your
Added
cart.
to.
Is it simple or difficult?
That's very simple.
It's very simple. That means
Yeah.
whenever you are writing any test cases, right? If you are writing any test cases, that should be very easy to understand. Like whether you can understand properly, instead of you, other person, the next person can be able to easily understand the requirement, and they don't want to come back to you who've written the test cases. Okay, what is under this one, why we written this one, I'm not getting this one. They don't want to ask again, because if they are asking again, see, if it is one test case, two test cases, fine. If you've written thousands of test cases, they are coming again and again to you, it's very difficult to manage them, correct? It's very difficult to explain each and every time. You have already other tasks. If they're coming again and to again, there is a problem, right? For that reason, while we are writing the test cases, we need to write test case very simple. Okay, very simple and meaningful. Okay, this was scenario. Now coming back to next one, keep end user. Keep end user in mind. That means who is the end user?
Customer.
Customer, right? Customer means customer. How, for example, see, even Q as end user only. Okay, he is a customer. Once he given the 100% confirmation, then only the product will go to next stage. Next stage we can say, for example, if your development has been completed, that application came to stage 1. In the stage 1 we need to test that if any defects are there, we can close this and moving to QA. Once QA done, we are going to UAT. Even in the UAT, like while going UAT also, even tester only has to provide the confirmation. Okay, this model is working fine, or this application is working fine, we can go further. Once UAT done, then we can go to production. But UAT will, who will confirm means, sometimes within the organization people will confirm, sometimes from the client side they have one team, they will verify that one and they will do that one. Okay, now as a end user, they doesn't know the application, right? They doesn't know the application, what will happen when user clicking this add to cart, what will happen after clicking this one, this pop-up will be displayed, what is there in the pop-up, right? What is their pop-up? For example, I can say regular. If it is regular, if I want to extend that one, how I can do? Okay, why they are giving the keep browsing, why they are going to go to checkout, why they kept go to checkout as green color, what is it, why they are add the keep browsing into gray color, right? These are things will be coming into picture. Why? Because means as per the requirement. Now we can say one best example for keep browsing and go to cat. See, now go to checkout is a first priority. First priority means he selected one product and he just want to buy that one, right? Instead of buying that one, why we need to give keep browsing, right? That means he already selected one product. Now at any cost the customer has to buy the product. For that reason they given the go to checkout as green color, and it is highlighting to customer, right? While comparing keep browsing, it is highlighting to customer. Am I right? For that reason, they kept the go to checkout as green color and keep browsing as gray color. That means 80% of people will go to checkout, and 20% people will go to with keep browsing. See, normally, for example, if you are buying one product in Flipkart, okay, you are buying one product for, we can say, mobile phone. While checking that one and going to proceed to checkout or something, they will display one more options, like we can say you need to select the screen card or pouch or something, right? Those are extra items, right? Those are extra items means you don't want to buy that, but still they are saying this one, okay, while buying this product you need this one also, right? For that, for that assumption they are showing those matching products for that particular product what you are buying. Okay, there we have one option, skip option or add to cart. You will click, definitely will click skip only, right? Only 10% or 5% people will add those items to cart, and depends on the product also. If you are buying any electrical item, in that case it should be, for example, we need to take safeguard for that, then we will take that other items and we'll use that one. Normally 90% people won't go with that product, directly they will go skip and it will go to cart. From there they will buy the product. Same thing here also. Now That means keep end user means we need to cover each and every scenario by thinking as per the customer perspective. How the customer will see, how customer can able to see. For example, here the message is displaying right. Item added to your cart. The message is very proper. Okay. Now we don't have any graphical like we can say grammar mistake or we can say the way the written the message. Sometimes okay, some message will be displayed item added successfully. Where it added successfully, right? Where it added. It is available under cat, right? But item added successfully means the person, the end user won't understand that one. For that reason, they given the like text as cart. Now the message is clear now. Item added to your cart. Now he will click this one and he can go the cart. From there, they can check out the product. Am I right? Any questions?
It's clear. No.
Okay. Now, coming back to second, third one, avoid repetition. Repetition means as some like we can say whatever the test cases you've written, right? That test case should not be repeatable. For example, say there is no one will think about the count. Okay, no one will think about the count. For example, it's a one me like we can say eight story points actually. We can say one story considering as eight story points. Eight story points means eight members can work in one day. Okay, then it is called as eight story point. Now, if it is eight story points, there, for example, we need to return the 40 test cases. Okay, if it is 40 test cases, instead of 40, you return only 30. Okay, but instead of 40, you return 30, but you covered all the scenarios. Whatever the scenarios are available in that application, you covered everything actually. If you covered this one, no one bother about the count actually, whether you covered the scenario or not. Some people, what they will do, they will differentiate the test cases into multiple parts. Multiple parts means, for example, here only I've written that like what was a verification, verify the success message. Okay, now what I did, I've written for one message for verify the success message. What they will do, some persons what they will do, again they will copy from here to here. Okay, what they will do, again launch it to application, again select one product, click cut add to cat button. Now they will verify the message like what was the message we need to verify. The verify the message as license text. Get it? Now go to here, verify the license text. Okay, now what was the expected result? By default, user can see regular text. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, see why I am saying as repetitive here, right? The word I use as repetitive, right? Avoid repetition. Repetition means, see, this is only one test case and you are following the procedure, right? Following the procedure means you clicked on add to cat, you clicked on add to cat. Once you click add to cat, the performation is there. Now, we don't want to repeat the test case again and again. Log in into application, search one product, click at add to button. No. We need to cover everything in single place. That means how we can write with the repetition. We need to avoid the repetition. Just simply remove the three lines of code from the bottom and mention the text as verify the license text. Because you already logged into here, right? And you already clicked the add to cat button. Under that add to cat and these are the options available. Am I right? We need to follow this way. But some people what they will do, they will repeat it each and every time like this, like this, like this. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, an
Is it good?
1 minute.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Subbu. I will stop recording.